Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. After 3 days and 12 teams, only 2 remain. And the first place prize, $500,000. To everybody watching around the world and to everybody here in Burbank, are you ready? Introducing our first team fighting for the blue color, your challengers, Team Envyus. Fighting for the red color, the defending world champions, Optic Gaming. Snakebite, Pistola, if you can join me on the center stage, please. Congratulations on making it this far. Both of you have fought very, very hard, and now it's a $300,000 money match. $500,000 to the first place team. Gentlemen, any words for your opponents?
Congrats on making it this far. Mick and Ola specifically, absolutely incredible run. Best of luck, and hopefully we have a good series.
I know people want to hear something savage, but nothing but respect for these guys, and hopefully make this really entertaining. And congratulations as well. Hey, come on, you know? I'm a nice guy deep down. I can't help it, man. So, yeah, congratulations to y'all as well, man, and best of luck.
Thank you, gentlemen. Please shake hands. To your booths, good luck and have fun. It is time for the grand finals. To the desk.
I love it. Awesome sportsmanship from both teams. Envyus and Optic, you wouldn't expect anything less from these competitors. They've both been on the main stage before in this exact same circumstance. Oh, at the end of last year, the HCS Pro League Finals. What kind of result will we see today? My name's Axel Toss. I'm back here at the Xfinity desk, joined by T-Squared and Walshy. Gentlemen, what an absolutely amazing weekend we have had. The Halo World Championships, as Josh said, $500,000 for first place, and it comes down to, undisputably at this point, 2 of the best teams in the world, Envyus and Optic. Guys, just talk to me. What's going through your mind right now?
I love seeing the respect and sportsmanship from both these squads as they go into the finals. I mean, Squared and I, we would never do anything like throw shade at each other or trash talk at all.
No, nothing about taking candy from babies or, you know, throwing gum at people. That's just so uncivil.
No, and nothing with like needlers or anything like that.
No needlers, no nothing like that, you know? So, I don't know, maybe, you know, Dave, you just set such good examples for everybody. I think that's what it is.
It must be that.
But yeah, I'm excited because we're going to see just high-level individual gameplay coming out from these guys. We have great coaches behind them as well, and they're just playing extremely hot. You're not going to see very many mistakes. It's just going to be really great execution. If you ever wondered what the meta for Halo 5 is now and you're just tuning in, you're going to see some fantastic stuff, and I'm sure the casters are going to be able to walk everybody through everything that's happening because Halo 5 is just such a fast-paced game, and these guys know how to play it to perfection.
By the way, are you paying attention? Because we got a code for you. Sunday CTF redeem at halo.gg. Make sure you take advantage of that. But yeah, I just want to echo what you guys are saying. These are 2 of the top teams in the world, the best Halo players in the world. This can be the highest level of competition you're going to see. Again, it comes down to Optic versus Envyus. A better script could not be written at this point. Envyus coming off out of just an amazing run on Saturday into today, taking out Team Liquid, who they've had a lot of trouble with this year. But ultimately, it's a rematch of the HCS Pro League Finals. Optic Gaming in a very familiar position in the grand final from the upper bracket. They can close it out right now. Envyus will have to win 2 best-of-7s in a row, but if there's a squad who's capable of doing that, it might be Envyus. Hook having an amazing day, an amazing weekend. Honestly, anyone on this team able to come out and make some spectacular plays, giving us incredible entertainment as fans of Halo.
Yeah, that's a good point, but we got to, again, just call out how great Mikwin has played all weekend. It started off with him just playing fantastic on Friday, and it seemed like Hook, Ola, and Snipedown weren't playing up to their full potential. They were kind of playing about average or below average when in terms of what everyone expects them to play. All of a sudden today, and even yesterday, but mainly today, Hook has just gone full beast mode. Everyone knows how this guy can play and just shine. He's done that. Snipe Down is doing what he has to do. And then Ola, to me, has really stepped it up from Friday. He talked about in the interview how he always tends to slow start. He doesn't like it, but he tends to have slow starts on Fridays and then slowly picks that up. And now you're seeing them play at a really high level.
That's a great point, Tom. You can point to different individual plays from some of those other players you called out, like Snipe Down, whether it was that Truth CTF we saw in last series against Liquid, where he got his team that double cap, or whether it's Hook getting an overkill and eventually a killing frenzy to get those caps on Fathom CTF.
Yeah, and that's the things that we weren't seeing from them on Friday. Keep in mind, Envy lost to Splice 3-1 to start this tournament, and now they're sitting to play Optic Gaming in the grand finals. Just goes to show how determined these guys are, what they expected of themselves, and the confidence that they have in each other. But on the other side too, the guys that these guys are playing against in blue, they're going up against Optic Gaming, the previous Halo World Champions. They've only lost, I believe, one tournament together as a team, and also X Games, I guess.
X Games, yeah, so 2 tournaments.
So 2 tournaments in a matter of what, a year and a half? That's a pretty good record, Dave.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing.
Here's that Envyus lineup, and guys, I want you to touch on, as very historic Halo Pro, has been a part of the scene for so long. Can you touch on the rivalry between Lethal and Snipe Down?
I mean, obviously you're going to see these players being professional. They're going to congratulate each other and say things like after the matches on Twitter, but you know deep down how bad these players want it. There's nothing more rewarding or redeeming than proving somebody else wrong, and that's what Snipe Down wants to do to Lethal. He's wanted to do that ever since they split up.
Yeah, and we take a look at the game types right now, starting off with CTF Coliseum. Was sitting over in the viewing tent, and Ace was telling me how Envy was going to win this game type against Liquid 1000% when it came to Envy closing out the series. He was just talking about Envy being so strong on CTF Coli, but that's another bread and butter game type for Optic Gaming too. We saw 50-49 Envy versus Straight Rip in there too, so in Plaza Slayers, so that could be another game type where Optic Gaming could potentially come in there, but I think this is a really great opportunity for Envy to get off to a hot start with one of their better game types, get the rockets, get the sniper rifle, get some slaying going. They're going to have to control those if they want to win.
All right, guys, it's about that time. Best of 7, Optic versus Envyus. If Optic can close it out here, they will be your Halo World Champions of 2017 and walk home with $500,000. Tom, Dave, what do you think? Who's got this best of 7?
The logic side of me says Optic closes this out. I mean, they have to somehow lose 2 best of 7s, but my heart kind of wishes Envy wins it. I mean, everyone wants to see an underdog win at certain points. I'm going to go with my logic side and say Optic winning the Halo World Championship in the first series 4-2.
I thought you were going to bust out into tune there like R. Kelly or something like that, but no, ends up with just the predictions either way. I'm going to go with Optic Gaming 4-3. Even though my prediction previously was wrong, I still think that Optic Gaming has what it takes to beat these.
All right, here we go. The game is getting loaded up. It's Optic Gaming versus Team Envyus, your grand finals for the Halo World Championships 2017. Without any further ado, let's go down to the commentary desk with Sims and Elamite.
Rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this one under the way. Capture the Flag is alive. We're going on to Coliseum. Kyle, this is going to be truly incredible. You know what, crowd? Make some noise. Here we go. $500,000 and a new trophy for the mantelpiece. Who do you want to kick this one off with, brother?
We're going with Lethal here, the newest member here on this squad. Is immediately Optic Gaming pushing over to Snipe. Look, you even have a player immediately fly through and essentially much more aggression over here towards Snipe Tower than we are seeing from Envy.
2 from Optic will fall down as we're looking across the POV. Snipe Down does have a sniper rifle, and we know this man can do mean things with it. Moving down into cave, just looking on the ramp. 1 person, 2 people. You just saw the little flame from the jetpacks on the back. Will kick in, tags up 1. We see Mikwin come in to finish that one up on the backside. We see another 2. 1, 2, 3 members, though, of Optic. Kyle, they're all dead.
And take a look at that. Make that 4 down. A Snipe Down hits another headshot here. Envy coming out strong. Snipe Down is on fire this entire day so far. Catches another player in the back, takes him no shields, and Snipe Down is completely shutting down this Optic squad right now. But ooh, barely missed there. We'll finish up the kill. Somebody does have to get in position to return that flag, as the flag is still being moved across the map here. Snipedown, he cannot be the one to go for it. As you can see there, Hook is actually going to be the one to push up. Snipedown barely missing yet another shot, make that 2, as he needs to thrust onto the map here, make sure he doesn't fall off.
He's still on, and there you have it. No scope going flying through the air, and Envyus, they put a point on the board. They take the first flag of this game, and I just want to make a quick note on the rotation that Snipedown pulled off, which allowed Envyus to actually put that flag in their base. He rotated back, he took down 2. He was the support that was needed in making that first flag capture possible. Let's jump on board with Optic Gaming, take a look what's going on the side of a red team. Snakebite, Dadbite, team captain, 2 players will be crushing down upon him, staying alive and getting a very, very nice trade. Lethal with a double, looking for that triple. It's downstairs. 1 player, though, will be running away with his life. For some reason, Miquin's stepping out and just teasing Lethal. He's no shield, he's all tagged up still. But no one's finished off that kill, Kyle.
Yeah, but I mean, Lethal, I was really impressed with what we saw from him there. He was so quick after that double kill to immediately address where Miquin was on the map and it was trying to kill him, wasn't able to pick up that one, and it did allow another flag here already to be pulled.
The pressure of Envyus really starting to shine. The flag's on the move, it's halfway across the map as well. Snakebite goes down, perfect kill from Snipedown across the map. Envyus, Kyle, it's 2-0. The boys in blue, they have come out fighting.
Yeah, obviously this is a Sunday competition level team here. Pistola has been doing it for almost a decade here as players are dying on both of these squads left and right. And taking a look at the kills here, Envy outslaying Optic Gaming 23-12.
That is absolutely disgusting. Envyus, they are ready to play. They want to get a little bit of dominance. What's been happening in the Halo scene for quite some time now. Optic Gaming have been reigning supreme. This is Snipedown's turn for vengeance. Obviously, last time at the Halo World Championship 2016, he got slapped around when he was on Evil Geniuses. Times are changing, however, as we're talking about that, Pistola losing his face. Lethal takes a kill. Now Optic, Kyle, they've got the numbers, they've got the advantage, and they're pressing hard into Team Envyus' base.
Yeah, Envyus is not going to let this go to waste. This opportunity that they've been able to create for themselves. 2 of these members were not here competing at this time during the 2016 Halo World Championships, and they're just trying to make sure they can make a statement.
Snakebite cleaning up players as the flag is on the move. That's what we're going to be with Lethal. 1 player down in the maze, but the grenade finds its hit marker and its target. Down goes Miquin. Easy kill for him. 1, 2, 3 members of Envy. They are dead. Lethal, easy cap as well. Snakebite jumping back on board with him, picking faces. People spawning in the back of base, moving into the cave. There's a 3rd person. However, Royal 2, he's been aggressive on people spawning on the elbow side. Sniper comes out, looking for the no-scope. Doesn't need to happen. He's got support from his teammate behind him. But Miquin, the man to answer back, the man to push Optic back, gets a double. And now, Envyus, they're going to be allowed to spawn. They're going to be allowed to push out. But look at this. Optic are already on the backs, Cal. They're already adding pressure. Lethal getting another pull.
Yeah, I mean, 2 members go down here. Lethal recognizing, hey, this flag does not have a high likelihood of being captured. Decides to go for the rocket player, but some clutch ones here coming out of Pistola will keep that alive as Pistola grabs another kill. Miquin has found that sniper rifle that was put down in his base. Still has 4 shots here left in this weapon, and you can just see how good these teams are at setting up, controlling, and just putting the pain train down on whoever it is they're playing.
And Pistola has rockets as well, so power weapon control well and truly in the hands of Envyus. 1, 2, 3 members of Optic will fall. Looking for people spawning in the cave and the back of the base as well. He needs to be careful. He knows exactly where that player was going to be spawning. No scope, beat down. Take a seat, my friend. Royal 2. No, Miquin, please. Does he stay on? No, he does not. That is a much unneeded death.
But look, the flag's already on their side of the map. They're trying to move it as quickly as possible. Frosty, on the other hand, he takes flag, runs it directly out the window, trying to extend the life of this game.
Bit of desperation coming out of Optic. They're throwing out the flag. There's another player that's going to be sniped down who does get the touch. The flag's still on the move here. 1, 2, 3 members of Envyus do go down. Last one alive here for Miquin. He's actually died as well, so that's all 4 dead coming off the respawn. Oh, he's already under fire.
But he got the return. Lethal actually went for a flag touch, was not able to grab it in time and be able to put that one home. But one of the things you have to be so scared about is when you overcommit to trying to do something, you just open up the opportunity for a counter cap or just another pull in general.
Royal 2 going into his house and setting up to pay rent. 1 in the back. That player will fall back, unfortunately. One goes below him as well. That's Hugh. Grenade goes down into Maze. No hit markers are found, but the damage has been done. AR comes out, finishes that one off. Frosty's going to throw the flag. He knows one of his teammates should be there to collect it. He is no shield. He's going to bait those rockets for just a second. Royal 2 finally will die. Flag needs to be touched, though, before Envyus make a serious push on this sniper rifle. There you have it. One player will move it. He has just dropped down, though. He is dead. Royal 2 can collect it. 2-2. Kyle, we are all drawn up.
Oh, but take a look at this. We've got Hoop with the rockets pushing into the base. Great first rocket here. Will go ahead and secure himself a kill. Listen to the call-outs rather than spending a rocket. Oh, he's actually out of the rockets here now. Will go ahead and listen to the call-outs. Finish off yet another one. Pretty even as far as slays go across the board here. Optic obviously stepping it up on the second half of this game. That 23-12 overall score differential is now 51-48. They make that 52 as Hook's got that sniper rifle.
Hook doing work. There's one player that's no shields on that bridge looking at. He's actually, Hook has transitioned all the way across the map. That's the last player and he is tagged. I'm looking for the assist to come in. He's not actually there. I'm surprised they're not looking at Hook though. Rather than look towards him and put pressure on, they're moving to the back of the base.
Yeah, but there's a player in the window. Pistola being an amazing distraction here for the squad. Just buying Hook that opportunity and that time to try to get some snipes.
Finally, they do clean him out, and they will now push up. Optic Gaming do have a power weapon. They have this sniper rifle, but it all depends how many bullets were left in the chamber and what they can actually do with it. I don't think anybody has taken control. That's still there. Ground pound town comes out, but unfortunately, it does not find any target whatsoever. Hook one-on-one with Snakebite. 1, 2, 3, 4, hot fight. See you later, Snakebite. He gets sit down as we look at Lethal's POV. Sniper rifle in hand, 4 bullets in that chamber. But you know what? He's being forced back, Kyle. He has to sit here on defense. Flags are out of the base.
Yeah, but I mean, he's still got a few shots here left. As you can see on your kill feed, 2 players go down. This is an opportunity for a flag return. Lethal is able to push out of the base. No risk of dying there, as nobody's from Envyus is in position to lay down any kind of shots onto him. Those new rockets are up now. These rockets may very well determine who's able to grab control here and secure the final flag cap.
3:50 on the clock, and everything's starting to get a little bit more passive. Lethal's in a defensive stance. Frosty will come in with the assist. Frosty with a double as well, a perfect onto Hugh, and now he will drop down, just take grass, make sure no one's advancing underneath them to try and flank around. Lethal creeps up towards the cave, looking for spawners over at the elbow, finds one, clips Hook in the back of the head. No grenades to throw down there and try and get some markers on the person hiding in cave. Here comes Royal 2 for the support. Group PR trying to bait out that player. Snakebite on the opposing side of the elbow though, and just look, here comes the press now. They're moving in. The pinch is coming out of Optic Gaming, and we're just seeing Team Envyus bodies hitting the floor, Kyle.
And that was just 4 down a moment ago. Mikwin doubling back to the base, trying to put some pressure. Snipe down comes off spawn rockets. Perfect grenade. We'll go ahead and stop that flag run in its tracks.
And that's a triple. 3 will drop on the sides of Optic. And we're actually going to see Lethal, last man standing. Flag being on the move again, but it has been thrown and it's gone a long distance. One player trying to get his shields back. That's going to be Frosty. Hook knows exactly where he is. He's seeing the radars, a player hovering above him, so he needs to be extremely careful. Can he get this touch? It would be huge. No, he hits the silver, bounces off. Flag is returned.
And this is turning into be an epic game 1 of the Halo World Championships. These really are the best teams Halo has to offer.
So evenly matched up, Envyus and Optic. We've seen this one time and time again, not just in Halo, but throughout console esports. Looking up top, there is no one on S3. He's hard scoping in, definitely got some information that we could see a snipe push coming out of Optic. Lays down the Splinter, just put a trap down, hoping somebody walks through. If he doesn't get the hit markers, he will at least get some information. Down goes one. Unfortunately, it will be Mikwin. Sniper rifle will drop. Didn't see how many bullets were in that. Lethal unfortunately misses one shot. Can he get this kill? No, he cannot. Grenade comes in from basement. That's going to be Hugh. One player on the radar. Royal 2 is trying to run away from this one. Grenade goes down again, looking for more hit markers. In the meantime, it's Frosty tagging people up. 1, 2 assists come out of Optic Gaming. Last person pretty much standing. I've seen another player. There we have it. Look at all these assists coming out of Frosty. He's just standing up here on Rocky's side. Every single time, triangle, triangle, triangle. All these gold assist medals keep rocking for him. All of his teams just doing work. They're slaying out Envyus, Kyle, but the flag's still not being pulled.
It just shows you how good this team is. Frosty is recognizing he's got 3 teammates on the other side of the map pushing up. Frosty's job right now, laying down some covering fire, but mostly watching for a flank. The last thing you want to do when you're spawn killing the enemy team in their base is have someone sneak out, get a surprise kill, and then run your own flag. Frosty was doing an amazing job laying down that covering fire and still cutting off the entire rocket side of the map.
Frosty does go down.
Whoa.
Rocket transition into the hands of Snipe Down. He actually clipped him off the top bar there on the bridge. Beat down coming out of Lethal. Pistola will lose Sniper, but Sniper's still on the side of Team Envyus. Snakebite going in for an SMG kill, does find it. Loses half a shield from that windy grenade there. BR in his back pocket. Two very nice weapons, long range and close up range. If anyone wants to come near him, he's going to whip that second weapon out. But the flag, I believe, is actually on the move. No, it's not. Flag return. 35 seconds left. This one's more than likely going to overtime.
Yeah, and as we see, we will be adding 3 minutes onto the clock here if the time does hit 0. So do not worry, this game is not quite over yet. Should these two teams tie, they will go into a full replay here after this game.
2-2. Count down the clock. 16 seconds, as Kyle says. 3 minutes will be added. Hook needs to pretty much kind of stay here for a second. In fact, that's a long-range brute PR. I don't think he actually found any markers. The grenade will come in, doesn't kill him, stays alive. Snakebite with a perfect onto Pistola. Royal 2 will clean out Hook, moving out of the cave. Looking at Snipe Down, though, trying to stay alive. One player goes flying through the air, from the bridge area. You can hear the grenades there coming down, landing around him. He's managing to stay alive, going to put one down himself, and now he'll be eliminated. So, Envyus, they're back in the spawn screen. They are pushed. The pressure is really on here. Lethal's making an advancement. Let's see if he gets a pull.
Yeah, and Lethal's great shots down, but not able to win that 1v1. Mikwin just playing out of his mind. Flag was brought into window, but everyone here is dying for that squad, not able to get anything really going. As Frosty, last-ditch effort, you can see 3 members of Optic. Snakebite, last one alive, coming off spawn in front of the base. He will be relayed the flag, but he gets taken out almost instantly. Frosty's on the follow-up, trying to get in the base. Nobody from Envy in position in game number 1. Going over to the green wall, Optic Gaming.
Good Lord, Optic Gaming. They come back from being 2-0 down to winning the match 3-2. And I tell you what, Envyus, they've got to be feeling that one, Kyle, to be up so much. And then at the end, just to be so heavily slayed. I believe it was 97 in comparison to 86. Absolutely sterling work coming out of Optic Gaming. 32 kills coming out of Royal 2. Only 17 and 25 out of Frosty, but 20 assists. 28 coming out of Snakebite. My word. I mean, that's what happens, okay? When you put a bit of pressure on Optic Gaming, you really start to annoy them, and then all of a sudden, right at the end, it just felt like they just opened up full throttle, slay, and then they managed just to get the pull.
Yeah, we talked about the opening of that game. Envy is able to secure 2 flag captures and outslay Optic 23-12 over the course of the first 4 to 5 minutes of that game. Optic Gaming answers back, ends the game, outslaying them 97-86. I believe there's even a suicide there on the end of Envyus as well here. But Royal 2, 32 kills in that game. Why it makes them just so good is the fact that any one of these players can do that here, and you can see on your screen, leading the tournament in KD.
That is incredible. 1.63 ratio. Number 1, top of the charts, but kind of night and day to what we saw. I mean, you look at some of these replay clips, and honestly, it really felt like Team Envyus, they were well and truly in the driving seat. I mean, I've got to ask the question, Kyle, for you, what do you feel went wrong? They had the Slayers at the start, they had the power weapon, they had the map control. They were 2-0 up. Where do you think Envyus fell off?
You know, that's a great question. One of the reasons I was so excited for this matchup is it's just such a slugfest, back and forth. Either one of these teams can just go off on a tear and essentially shut down a team. Doesn't matter how far down in the game they are, whether or not it's Stronghold, Slayer, or Capture the Flag, you can never count either one of these two out.
And this is a player we will be looking to do some serious work. Mr. Frosty, a.k.a. Bradley Bergstrom. This man, 19 years of age, attended his first tournament in 2015. He's known for having nerves of steel and always remaining calm under pressure. Now, the thing that we see about Frosty is how he absolutely abuses the movement system. Spartan abilities, just chiming each one up and stacking them. His movement across the map and combining that with how good he is on his aim and his shot. This is why he's pretty much the Terminator on this team. How he's able to and allowed to push up behind teams and stay alive. it's absolutely incredible. He's just such a massive addition to this Optic team.
Yeah, and how do you tell how good a player is? There's so many different ways to rate them. Individual shot, map movements, knowing the nuances, the maps, communication on your team. There's so many different things that you can rate players on. Everyone on Optic, everyone on Envy are at the top of each of those individual categories.
The crowd is hyped, the game is live. Kicking things off with who we've just been speaking about, Frosty on Optic Gaming. He will get tanked up though as soon as he's going to be calling out that one player down underneath. No one's actually took him out yet. Royal 2 though with a double kill in the kill feed. Make that a triple kill, I believe, on Royal 2's POV. Does get taken out. And that's going to be, unfortunately, here for Envyus. The overshield in the hands of Snakebite, and the sniper rifle cow is in the hands of Frosty.
Yeah, I mean, and that was a triple kill Royal 2 got. A couple no shields, guys. So it wasn't any like out BRs or anything crazy like that. But it did open up the map for full control to go over to Optic to start off game number 2.
Just hunting down players, catches one, tags him up. I'm looking for the assist because every single time someone does get one off onto Envyus, you know what Optic Gaming are like. They are a pack of hungry wolves. They will drop down on you and take your life from you. Give them an inch, they'll take a mile. You know what, guys? We are looking at Frosty's POV. We're in the driving seat with Optic Gaming. Let's take a listen in with Astro and hear a bit more on the communication side.
Cafe, don't cafe. I spawned.
No one's, yeah, Brad, you're front. No one's,
run.
Come here. No one's truck. Dead, I'm dead. Sniper on my X and fires.
Get it.
It's in cafe, they're on truck.
One shot cafe. Yeah, they're gonna have sniper.
Yo, one's on the legend, fires with a strong. One's soda. Bottom mid, bottom close.
I think he's posters to Brad.
We can put. They also have sniper. Yeah, behind us in yard, guys. Come back to yard. Yo, bottom mid gonna kill me, bottom mid.
I can't help you, I cannot help you.
LR right below you guys. He's driving. Alright,
Driveway, top yellow, have health to you guys. Anybody look?
I'm looking.
Sniping cafe.
Yo, you guys want to make a push to snipe?
I think he's in the crouch spot.
It's sniping cafe window.
You listen to me. You guys want to make a push to snipe?
I think we should go yard. I think we should go cafe.
Alright, yeah.
There was a guy sitting. Yeah, there was a guy sitting there with a storm rifle. Yeah, remember they have snipe as well. Alright, there was a guy right to our left here with a storm rifle.
Alright, I'm flying in. I'm gonna go bottom of that.
I don't see anyone here. I'm one hit. We're gonna.
One dip.
Player live. I'm one hit.
That was absolute cafe right now.
Alright, back up.
41 guys. 41.
Match, player live.
They're pushing hard. There's two.
Nice, Brad.
Two no shot fire.
One shot. Nice.
The other one's one hit.
Matt, I'm one hit.
Sniping top snipe.
Alright, I'm 41 VPJ.
Push fire, guys. Push fire.
Yeah.
Dip and poster. Another one blue truck. Obi's gonna be up. Oh, CJ, look at Obi.
That's four. One dip.
Brad, Obi.
Yeah, I got it. Brad's getting it. Dip, absolute Hugh. Absolute dip. One bullet dip.
Let's push this guy.
Cafe right absolute. Cafe right.
Pushing close.
Yeah, I've seen cafe. I got
going dip.
I got all the time.
CJ, I'm coming.
Top guys.
I'm coming, Brad.
One top yellow, one top left.
I'm gonna die from cafe. I'm dead. Player live.
Nice. I'm two. Top yellow. Top mid.
Hotel and shield.
Absolute hotel.
I shot. Hotel and shield. I spawn behind him. One spawn behind him. Snipe. They're gonna be top snipe.
Up top snipe.
Top red. Dude,
I got shot. You're gonna be no shield dropping. I got
nice. Sniper on max.
How much?
More bullets and new sniper. In snipe left. He's in the left. Hiding left corner.
Posters behind you.
I got one.
Nice. Yo,
there's two snipes. Yeah,
I'm on cafe.
There's two inside. Two nuts.
He has me snipe. Weak at nest ramp.
NS4. I need this.
Player live. Matt, you're
dude, absolutely cafe. Be on the pillar to the right.
I need a flower.
Weak nest ramp. Backing up.
Cafe.
Somebody go lift real fast. I'm gonna go lift.
Yo, they're gonna be. I don't see
Oh my god, I got bombs pretty bad.
One shot.
Guys, I have a 4 bullet.
One dead. One shot still. Alright. And cafe.
I don't see
Yo,
shot.
bottom close. Like bottom snipe.
Anyone over?
Close you. One shot, Hugh. Absolutely mad. Nice.
I just choked so bad. I got him.
That's right.
You're sniping cafe. We should push. Sniper's not good.
I'm in yard.
Absolute cafe.
Do not even push. Leave from cafe.
One is absolute cafe.
Stop talking. Look where I am. I'm watching yard. Yeah, I'm watching. They're all gonna push.
They have a sniper.
Yep.
I'm looking. We can milk this. I can push yard.
Just force our way.
Why don't behind the plant, in yard, guys, and like. We can yard. He's gonna. He's out there. Doesn't he sell over there? Another guy in yard.
Weak. I'm not going. Nice clear. Back up. Nice clear.
You can go now. I see he's sniping inside.
Is he sniping inside?
Yes, I saw him. Stay alive. I'm pushing into yard. Yo, on me, top plate. I can't. We need to. He dropped Yuki. Fire yourself lost. You can. He's at 4. Get out of there. Bottom dump.
That towar's gonna watch me.
There's 2 in blue. One's weak. 3. Yes, there's 2. Stay alive. We can rotate past them to that. And that's 4. Yes, 3 just went to blue. Yes, 3 just went to blue.
We can rotate past.
Might be a guy in hotel. Hotel weak.
Blue.
Stay alive. I'm getting top. John, no, U-turn. Chasing. I can't see him. He didn't push all the way out. One shot. I'm running. Be careful here. Nobody's watching your flowers. I'm one shot up here. There's top middle right now. Need Lewis. Ovi's up, guys. I'm right. There's a safe by one shot on the umbrella. I got it. We got it. Bottom center, one shot. Safe by. I'm not behind you. Never mind. I traded. Nice. Good job. Good pick up. Another guy up that. Yard. Stay alive. Yep. There you go, Aaron. He's gonna be yard, man. Be ready to dip set at any time. Could be in blue. They could be in blue. They're all pushing yard. They're all pushing yard. All behind him. Stay alive. I'm blinking behind them. There we go. 3 yard weak. One's weak. Stay alive. I'm pushing in here. Alright, we're pushing. Watch out, yard ledge. Push. Top yellow. We picked one. I can't do it. We got 2. Top yellow. One shot. Top yellow. 3. Got him. 3. Nice. I'm going to side. Collapsing, dude. I'm pushing. Fucking. There we go. I'm going back to side. That's what we do. We find numbers. Right now, dude. They might spot me. I'm blue. 2. I got one. I got light rifle hall. Light rifle hall, yeah. And yard. 2 in yard. Watch the hall. Once we can hall. Another one there. One shot light hall. I need help. He's one shot. One. We push in. One shot. I'm gonna look at him. Top yellow. Do we want to push in? Not safe by yellow. Top yellow. One shot. Absolute top middle. Top middle. I didn't kill him. He must have dropped it. He had to have dropped somewhere. He's got him. Yeah, we got him. Nice job. Nice. Looking at cafe behind me. Glass, yeah. Yo, we should block snipe. One did. I'm getting killed. I'm getting shot by. Yo, there is a guy. Bottom left slip. Yeah, leave him on there again. Driveway kill. Top middle. Where's he going? Driveway go into the RPR, guys. Top middle, one shot. He might charge flowers. He might charge RPR. Yeah, yo, nest trap. Guy's weak in here. Wait, in yard? Flowers. One shot yard. Weak in flowers, man. Flowers up to that. Flowers up to that. Dip, yep. He's marking. He's one off. I have that one shot. Nice. There's a guy one shot blue arm. I can't see anything. He's in blue. Combo. Out in blue. Cafe Frosty. I'm leaving. He's near the pillar near like we are.
Nice little cushioning out of Team Envyus, but I tell you what, Kyle, Optic Gaming, they are not stopped yet. They are not giving up. Nowhere whatsoever. 29-30. They had about a 5-kill deficit, and they brought it all the way back to 1.
Yeah, like we said, you can never count either one of these teams out no matter what the score of a game is. And one of the things I want to highlight as we listen to all these teams over the course of the weekend communicate how much was other than just specific locations. Hey, somebody go watch Snipe Lift. I need help over here. Let's work on the flank. Be ready to run around here. There's so much conversation happening between these guys, and it absolutely reflects in their teamwork.
Oh, Royal 2 doing Royal 2 things. Plenty of ammunition in that chamber, plenty of kills that they can get. They now take the lead 32-31, 5-15, make that 33. The lead extending rapidly here for Optic. One player will jump down. See him as he moves towards glass now. The rotation coming out of here. Frosty and Royal 2 working as a team. Snakebite picks up 2. Frosty picks up 1. That's 3 dead now for Team Envyus. 5 minutes on the clock. 5-kill deficit.
Yeah, and as we see, Royal 2 has moved up to top gold. As they cleared out everyone from Loop and Yard, they are recognizing the spawns are going to be over Blue Hotel and Nest. But just like that, the nade from Mikowen, incredible. Picks up the sniper rifle kill on the sniper rifle player, and absolutely just brings Envy back into this. You can see them all flying out as soon as they get that 1 kill.
Oh, but he actually got tagged up from a guy over in Yard. That's going to be Frosty. So he comes in, picks up the sniper, saves the day, tags another one. Unfortunately, doesn't get the shot, but he smells blood and he wants that kill. Chases it down. Easy one for him on Hook. As one player, they are going to be spawning down near him as he has to back off. Goes for the no-scope, goes for the second one. Doesn't land either, but a nice waste of bullets at least as Lethal comes in to clean up what he left off. Grenade goes down. That player will have moved down to driveway, try and run away with this one. A snipe down. He's also trapped in bottom mid.
Yeah, and Lethal is hunting him down. His teammate will go and pick that up. Hook grabs himself a kill. As another player weak in front of him needs this kill. Sure enough, he grabs it. Only down by 2. Still plenty of time left to play in this one. That new overshield is getting ready to spawn. Most likely will be the last one we see here on this Plaza Slayer game type, as Optic Gaming still with the lead.
One player that's going to be sniped in the hands, I believe, of Snipe Down, just sniping from glass, trying to get some looks. As you mentioned, the OS is going to be coming up rather soon. Kyle hunting around, trying to find some targets. Whiffs 1, but the next one is going to be coming up in 25 seconds. As you said, the next OS is going to be so vitally important. Frosty gets a perfect kill on Hook down in the kill feed. Snipe Down, turns around though, takes 1. Does he take 2? Yes, he does indeed. And now he knows he's got an oncoming assault from the right-hand side, so he needs to be careful. His teammates calling for some support, and that's going to be the OS guy, but he's going to be demolished. That player will be looking to go down. Hook cleans him out, so OS is wiped off the map now. We're back on slightly even grounds. 3 minutes on the clock, 2 kills down though. Can they bring this one back?
They've got them all all trapped over in Yard and Loop here. Envy starting to recognize that spots a player down on driveway. Perfect shots coming out of Snipe Down. Gets into another battle. Will go ahead and back up, but no, the push from Optic Gaming is coming. 45-43, extremely close. However, Hook has also got himself a sniper. Now, is it going to be like the straight ripping game we saw earlier, or is Hook going to be able to clutch this? No, he does not get it.
Tried to run away, but unfortunately Optic sniffed him out and knew exactly where he was. Lethal though, he knows two players are on the radar above him in Cafe. Grenades there on the side though, so they're blocking him jumping through window. He's all tagged up, so he'll have to drop down to bottom mid, just trying to stay alive, get his shields back, which he does with precision. Again though, grenades are coming in, so all this time Envyus, they're getting information, they know where he is, but no one's jumping down to give him a free kill.
Oh my god! Snakebite destroyed him.
Absolutely wrecked him with the green gun. Down he falls. Frosty with the sniper. 2 more kills, 2 minutes on the clock. This could be GG, no re.
That was worst case scenario here for Envy. There was a 1v1 between Hook and Snakebite. It took a long time for that one to play out, but Snakebite coming out ahead with the lead, just like that. Optic Gaming coming out again with another win here. They are not letting this one go easy.
Optic take game number 2. You can hear the Greenwall fans in the audience making some noise. They support their team. And wow. The thing what's kind of annoying me a little bit here is how close Envyus are getting, right? You know, they had the lead at the start of Coliseum. They had a big lead at the start of Coliseum, in fact. They had the lead during this game, but every single time they just seem to lose grasp of it. Hook doing God's work, 19 and 16. Unfortunately, not the best of games for Snipe now. He's 7 and 15, but 13 assists. And guess what? Royal 2. 17 and 12. Would you expect any less from Championship Sunday? That young man putting up statistics like that, and the second most assists in the game also.
He absolutely steps it up when the pressure is on. Royal 2, you know, everyone talks about Snakebite maybe being the best player in the game. He had some moments there, especially with the sniper rifle, that you can make some strong arguments for that case, but Royal 2, he is just so beastly. Of course, these two being a duo for so long. On the other hand, of course, we've got Envyus and Mikwin, who's had such a phenomenal tournament so far. And of course, this player was not here last year competing, so this is his opportunity to come out and maybe take the title.
But on the flip side, the last time he was seated up on that main stage, he managed to take down Optic in back-to-back sets. They got a bracket reset against Optic Gaming at the Fall Season Pro League Finals, and then they took them down. They took home the trophy. Now, there is a hell of a lot more on the line. A trophy and $500,000.
Yeah, let's not forget the difference between first and second here. It's $300,000. These games are some of the most important games any one of these players will ever play in their life.
It's a lot of rec packs. It's a hell of a lot of rec packs. Woo, this is incredible.
Yeah, I got some smiles here though from Optic Gaming. They got to be feeling pretty good, but they know they are not out of the water yet. And Team Envyus, they're just going to get more and more fired up with each game because they have battled long and hard. Just having that little hiccup on Friday has really hurt them, put them down into the losers bracket. But if anybody can do it, it's these guys.
Yeah, they've done it before, and I'm sure they can do it again. However, Optic, they're just looking too damn good. At the moment, as we take a look at the cameras on Envyus, I'm not seeing too many smiles. And fair enough, you're going down 2-0 in the series, but you want to keep it up. You want to keep that energy flowing. You want to keep positive and get through this. Fair enough. I mean, they are now second team in the world. You know, currently, to get to this point, they could be going out second, so they don't want to be disappointed. However, they do want the win. Everybody wants to be taking home the title of Halo World Champion.
Oh, and look at this head-to-head matchup here. Frosty and Hook, two of the best players we've seen emerge in Halo 5 that we did not see compete in some of those previous titles. And I mean, you got to feel for Envy here right now. Those two losses they've already taken they were in such a big lead to start off both of those games. They need to keep that momentum up through the entire time. Now, I believe, do we have any Envyus fans in the house? Because they are going to need your support now, being down 0-2.
You can hear the crowd, they're getting loud. Frosty will get blown off the mat, to be honest with you. Pistola also will drop That's going to be from Lethal there, as we're looking at Royal 2's POV taking down on Tower 2. Just been a bit of an anchor point here, making sure no one can advance around. Railgun is free, so he's going to grab that and thrust backwards. Mikwin knows where he is, though. Scatter shot comes out, doesn't find a target, but unfortunately the Railgun, it comes back to haunt his dreams.
All right, and we have a tweet coming in as well. If you're not watching the HaloWC, what are you doing with your life? I don't know, Sims, maybe you can answer that one for me.
Well, I'm casting Halo. I'm stood here watching this game. I'd rather be no other place in the world. Don't tell my wife I said that. Royal 2 banking some nades from Tower 2. One player will drop away, just fades away there from the scatter shot area. The snipe down, found himself a power weapon, found himself 2 weapons, in fact. Scatter shot in the back pocket, railgun in the front. Let's see what he can do. He needs to make some damage happen here. They are drawing the points, so they are taking a nice early lead. But if we know Optic Gaming, they can flip that on its head in a blink of an eye.
Ooh, but look at this. Pistolas working over here at BR base. There's a couple members of Optic. Snipdown really wants to get some damage with this. He's got both power weapons, though. Grabs the kill onto Royal 2, immediately runs away. You can see some shots coming in from behind him, but he's able to escape.
I like that play. I like that play. Stay alive, live again another day. Pre-charging, pre-aiming, hoping someone runs through, drops down from the attic. And now we know this player is just bobbing and weaving between Tower 1 and 2. What's the play here then, Kyle? What do we need to be seeing out of Envyus? They've got 2 plots, they've got basement, they've got nest. Where do you want to see them rotate in between?
I don't want to see him rotate. All I want to do right now is see him stay alive. You're holding both strongholds. You cannot risk overcommitting, giving up a couple deaths, and just creating the opportunity for Optic Gaming to get back into it like we saw in those first 2 games.
So, 2 players will fall. Oh, another player falls well. We transition, but that's going to be Mikwin picking up a double kill also. Railgun has dropped down. Look for an Optic Gaming member to be well aware of that, and they are. They drill him hard. He is forced back down, but Snipdown comes in, steals the Railgun, because once again, he's got a scatter shot. He eliminated that player with the rail, stole it from them. And all this is going down, the slays are happening. It's full map control pretty much for Team Envyus. They have locked it down, they haven't rotated, just like you said, Kyle.
And Sims, listen to this, 19-6 as far as overall kills. Envyus coming out again in game number 3 with such a big lead, heavily outslaying Optic Gaming.
20-6, 21-6 make that. That is a huge, huge beating here for Optic. The game's not over. It's not all about slays. However, it's going to make it a damn lot easier. 39-0, goosing on points when it comes to strongholds at this moment in time. Snipdown still hard scoping in though, trying to lock down Tower 2 side. And again, hard target. Nobody can kill this man. He's just been a nuisance on this side, not letting anybody push up. Nobody from Optic can make any advancement here.
And this is the scariest time for Optic Gaming. It's when Snipdown is able to run around and just do what he wants to do. He's so good at all individual fights and at flanks, especially when Snipdown is in his natural environment, getting to flank and control the power weapons. That's when Envy is so deadly.
Finally, they have taken control of basement and back rail. Snipdown is going to move to the back, but Royal 2, unfortunately, will be there. Can he get this kill? Splinter Nade goes down. He's still managing to stay alive. God knows how. Let's dive on into an Astro listen. Take a listen to what the communication's like over on Team Envyus.
I'm on us. Go for nest. I died. He's top. He's on E2.
Bottom rail, they're going to push barrels for sure. I want you guys to watch it when spawn.
E2 weak.
They might play for rail. Yeah, they'll play for rail. They'll play for rail.
Nice. One shot white hole. One shot white hole.
There's 2 there weak. Another one white hole still there.
Bottom step ball. At lunch, back. Gonna push you guys. I'm throwing off the map this. Oh my god. I got it off the map.
Yo, I got it off the map. 45, maybe 44. Campbell 40.
Scatter.
Barrels. Fuck, man. He's basement roll through captain. On the staircase.
On it, camo. He's on the pass. Really got a low scatter. I got BMR. They shot down camo. They're on it.
Watch it.
He just got it. 41. He's going track. He's going basement needs with camo. 2 there. Alright, sorry. I'm getting VR. Go VR fast. He's gonna play Nest.
Just get out of there.
Bottom rail. Hit it. Roll 2.
That's awesome.
Basement with camo. Basement with camo. They're gonna collapse on us. They're pushing. They're gonna collapse on us. What's up there? I'm not gonna get that. What's up on the bottom there? You just gotta live. One shot.
I gotta go by lookout.
They're gonna go barrels.
They'll push us for sure.
They're on Nest. I got nades on Nest. On barrels. He ran away.
Ooh, and you can hear Envyus was able to still build on this lead, but if anything, might be Optic Gaming starting to make a little bit of a run back into this one. Even got 2 members pushing over towards Nest. nest. Snakebite with camo in that nest will go ahead and secure the first triple cap we've seen so far this game.
Full control, Optic Gaming. Now they're going to really apply the pressure. He jumps up to headshot, takes a look at 2 players. Does he get it? Oh my Jesus.
Oh my God, he stopped it and got the reset there. This triple cap is going to get Optic Gaming right back into this one. Let's go on board with somebody that's still alive here. That's Frosty, who's got a player flanking him, doing his best just to stay alive, get back to his teammates, wait for the shields to recharge.
Good God. Good God. How did he not only get the kill, he got the perfect, but then he gets the reset also. Envyus, they will take basement. One player just been a nuisance, that's Pistola, gets some support from his teammate. Frosty takes him down. Beautiful double kill. Oh, here we go. Unexpected item in bagging area. Frosty lets him know, looking round on this scar shot side. And I tell you what, there's several people, because at this moment in time, Kyle, they can't really get away from what is Optic Gaming's full control. This is insane.
Yeah, I mean, they've still got the lead, but that is quickly diminishing. As you can even see in that kill feed, the kills differential. What were we talking, 21-6 to open up this game? It is now in favor of Optic Gaming, 39-34.
Sweet Jesus, mother of Halo. Snakebite with a double, Royal 2 with another one. 3 bodies of Envyus hit the floor. Make that 4. Everyone on Envy is dead. And full control, it's still ticking along. Look at that scoreline.
You give them an edge and they're gonna take a mile, Sims. They are just collapsing on Envyus's spawn no matter where they are coming up.
How do you get out of this? How do you physically get away from this? This is just a slaughter.
As hard as it is, you need to make sure if you're the first person to spawn, you're hiding in a corner. You need to wait for the numbers to be even, essentially. You need the help and support of your teammates, or else you will never be able to grab your footing again.
We do see a quarter of the nest taken in favor of Envyus, but Snakebite, he's just all over this one time and time again. 92, the points will stick ticking along, and all they need to do is just watch these 2 bases. He's got Railgun, he can do exactly that. Fair enough, he missed the shot, but honestly, he just needs to keep the pressure up. Midquin goes steaming across his head. However, big play here. 2 members do drop on the Snakebite. They've managed to take this one back, but I tell you what, Royal 2 with the rotation, he's dropped down into basement. They need to get him out of here now, but the unfortunate thing is, they've not blocked the spawn. Optic Game, they're going to be spawning this side, and there you have it. What a comeback from Optic Gaming. That is a very, very big blow to Team Envyus. That was the game for me. I know they've been up in the other ones, but that should have been an Envyus win.
Yeah, I mean, taking a 50-point lead to open up the game, having such insane plays, and then all of a sudden, just at the flip of a coin, it's just all over for them. They are never able to regain control, and Optic Gaming just running away with it. Once again, Royal 2 having a phenomenal game here, 16, 10, and 10. And on the flip side of that, Pistola not being able to grab his footing, especially as they held him to only 4 kills.
Royal freaking 2. I have no idea how he somehow manages to do the things he does. But guys, we're going to take a very, very short break. But in the meantime, we've got a bit of content for you. Enjoy.
What's going on, guys? I'm Strongside, and we are here with none other than Hook's dad. Good to have you here, my man.
All right. Good to be here.
We got an epic grand finals ahead of us.
Excited.
It's Optic Gaming versus Team Envyus. Who is going to win and why?
Well, all right. I have limited Halo knowledge, but I've been, watching him for a long time. I think Envy's on fire. They got to the finals after a slow start, so it's got to be Envy.
I think Optic Gaming is going to win.
Do you think Team Envyus could potentially give them a run for their money, though?
Absolutely.
Who do I think is going to win, or who do I want to win?
My heart says Envy, because, like Ola, he's an amazing guy, and he's been around for a long, long time. But my mind says Optic, yeah.
I love an underdog.
Yeah.
And so I think Optic's going to win, but I would love to see Envyus keep running.
Do you think it's possible for them to?
Oh, yeah.
Is that a serious question, Mike?
Yes.
Envyus.
The way Team Envyus is playing, I'd say Optic would win in a game 5.
Optic Gaming. I mean, they still have it. I I hate saying this because I always want there to be an upset. I always want there to be a surprise or some drama. My bones tell me it's going to be Optic though.
And there you have it, a couple of thoughts from various people on who's going to be taking the World Championship crown title. Miquin though, on your screen, the boys in blue. I'll tell you what, here's a cheeky reg pack. Also redeem it, halo.gg. That's going to be a World's B07, or B07 should I say, in fact, because this is a best of 7. Optic Gaming are leading the charge 3-0. They are 1 game away, Kyle, from $500,000.
And what just happened here, Rich? We started off, and for the first 5 to 8 minutes of each game, Envyus looks to be in a league of their own. And then all of a sudden, Optic Gaming able to turn it around, never get flustered, never start making mistakes, and they consistently keep forcing Envyus to play their game. And take a look at those series scores there. 3-2, 50-44, 100-65. Envyus in game number 1. They had the first 2 kills, or first 2 flag caps. Second game, had a big lead in the Slayer. Third game, got about all 60 of those seconds in 1 run. Each of those score lines, while some of them may be close, it was the second half of the game, Optic just blowing Envy out of the water.
Here we go then, guys. The server is locked. We are loaded. Studio audience, scream as loud as you can. This is potentially the last game of the day. Optic Gaming are 1 match away from $500,000 and being crowned back-to-back Halo World Champions. We'll kick things off with Royal 2's POV, the man who currently is #1 here over 3 days in KD. First strike comes out of Snakebite and also a free camo. Why not?
Yeah, I tricked you there. Actually, when Snakebite, he flew out of the base so quickly, immediately winning his 1v1 battle and securing camo here for Optic Gaming. Good way to open up game number 4 here for the Optic fans, as Snakebite already has Pink Tower on lockdown.
We'll see how this one goes, whether it's going to be a speedy game or very, very slow. 2 players on radar, 1 downstairs. Speaking of sneaky, here comes Snakebite with the camo, creeping around, trying to find some kills. Nobody in the base, I don't believe, unless he's upstairs. In fact, there's 2 of them. And look at that, he just backs up into the corner, finds Miquin. Miquin finally pushes the camo guy out of the base. Fair enough, their backs are against the rope. They need to get a reverse sweep in order to reset the bracket and push Optic to a second best of 7. However, Optic Gaming right now, they're looking so damn strong, Kyle.
I mean, this is incredible what we're seeing out of these Optic Gaming guys. These guys clearly have fall finals on the top of their mind, and they do not want to let this one go by. I remember talking to Lethal after that event, and man, was he ever upset at what happened there, and I can assure you, he is not one to let that happen again.
Looking for vengeance, they've had it a few times, but I tell you what, Envyus, they've done well to get this far. Everyone kind of counted them out of that top spot and saw Liquid being here in their place, but they have done well. They went on a 16-map win streak. Hook up here in P2, looking towards the Optic base. He's got a player at the side of him in the corner. Lethal comes steaming out. I'm looking for the assist medal because he does have Snipe down to help. However, that's not going to matter. Snakebite takes down Snipe down. And now, Hook will see support from another player behind him. Distraction medal comes in. He's got a scope out of the way there as he thrusts to the left. Hides in the corner. Oncoming assault from the window. Royal 2 is also forced back. I'll tell you what, at the moment, Hook, he's doing a great job to keep them pinned in there. But you know what, Kyle? No one's pulling a flag. No one's managing to get in and do some dirty work.
Yeah, but take a look at this. Miquin is below the base, being a big distraction here. Oh, and he ultimately gets taken out. He was able to secure 2 kills and help Hook control Pink, but Hook flies out of Pink and dies. It's all going to be up to Snipedown. Now, we saw what Snipedown was able to do with the camo against Team Liquid, helping secure 2 flag captures. But keep in mind, they did lose this game to Liquid, so if they're not able to beat Liquid in it, will they be able to take down Optic Gaming?
Needs to be aware that Lethal does have a sword, and yes, he is indeed as he jumps back. He'll grab that now. 1 player goes steaming in. He's going to help his teammate out. They tag up 1. They push him down. Pistola finishes him off. Now he got sniped down here with camo and a sword. Can he make a play? Can he make something happen? There's deaths going down on the side of Optic Gaming. Grenades are coming in thick and fast. 1 will fall down. Grenades there also drops down. That's going to be lethal, but they've got to be careful of this bubble spawn, Kyle.
Oh, but took a look. Snipe down gets taken out here. That's going to be several members down. Great defense coming out here of Optic Gaming as they're going to be able to put them all down. And Frosty, that's the second time that it's been on Mikwin specifically. I haven't seen him doing this body disrespect to anybody else, so he is really trying to get at Mikwin's head.
Cheeky banter. Frosty moving forward. We'll see a grenade in front of his face. Opts back for a second. One player, one shot. Unfortunately misses that one, misses the second one as well. Down he goes. Hook though, I believe that was a triple. 1, 2, 3 for him. Lethal dodging to the left, dodging to the right. Snipe down takes him down. Let's take a look at Hook's POV as well. He's inside the base. Oh, cleanup duty. There's a perfect for you, my friend. See you later, Snakebite. One person on the radar, advance him towards him. He's going to get his shield back for a second, and here comes the pull, but unfortunately hits the wall. Doesn't actually get out of the way. That was a... Oh, do you think that was a mistake? I mean, I don't really know whether a grenade hit him in the back and forced him into the wall or whether or not it just everything seemed to go wrong for him. But yeah, that's probably one of the bigger flag pushes that we've seen out of Envyus, and nothing really came of it.
Yeah, I mean, Lethal had a great grenade, even getting the Hail Mary medal there to secure the kill on Hook and shut that one down. But Hook has been able to come off spawn. He's got sword in his hand now, immediately trying to lock down this pink tower and grabbing a kill on his way over there. If he's able to win this battle, not going to be able to do so. So that's going to be Snakebite not missing here. So we'll move over. Royal 2's just gotten that camo, not able to escape though. He gets dropped. Lethal, however, he's taking his place over at P1. He's getting double teamed. So now looks like Optic Gaming getting a little bit flustered maybe. They all start dropping left and right. Hook grabs a double kill, immediately pushing up pink side. Of course, like we said, that camo was in fact burnt. Big battle down here below the base. The nades come out. Some missing shots, and no, Hook loses that battle to Lethal.
Yeah, that's not very good. That was a big battle that you needed to win. 34 to 31. When we look at the kills across the board for these two teams, Mikwin, kind of the last man standing, Lone Ranger just hiding there trying to get his shields back. The flag will move though for Optic Gaming. Frosty will fall down. Royal 2 will try and tag up a player with that grenade, staying alive as he thrusts back. Hook is on the hunt for him though. He knows exactly where he is. That's going to be an easy kill for him as he finds Snakebite, half shields down, bottom mid. And now he's going to take top middle control. Call out will come in to try and help him out, but unfortunately he will be taken down. It's going to be sniped down, excuse me, not Snakebite. Hook finds Royal 2 also. But you know what? The flag's out. But unfortunately, it's down bottom mid. Not a big fan of that. Unfortunately, opts to throwaways they are at the wrong time.
Yeah, it looks like that was Mikwin. Got a flag toss out the window and dropped below, just trying to stay alive and be distracting off the base. Oh, Hook gets dropped. He had that plasma pistol. We're going to move over here to Pistola as he's playing some defense against Snakebite. We'll see if he's going to be able to come out ahead here. Not shooting those extra shots. Normally, that's going to be a battle we see Pistola commit to, trying to win there, but you know, maybe playing a little bit scared here.
Tags up one player, but look at this. The aggressive chase is there. Sits on a landmine though, as the Splinter Nade does go down. 1, 2, 3 members. I potentially believe that's of Optic Gaming putting the respawn screen. Grenade goes down. They're going to unfortunately spawn on top of it. Lethal gets tagged up. He's forced across to the left-hand side. And while we look over at P side, it's definitely pink control, sniped down, and a teammate also just hard scoping in on that carbine side. And lo and behold, the second he scopes away, a player walks by.
And we'll see what happens. Hook just drops bottom mid, so we're going to move over to Snakebite. He just grabbed himself a double kill, trying to push over to this camo. Oh, the thrust from Pistola, not the right angle to burn that camo like he was going for. And 3 members of Optic Gaming, pink side of the base, starting to push in and be more aggressive. Snakebite decides he's either going to push up to P2 or try to play a little bit of defense here on his own base. We'll see how this works out for him. He's got some teammates here now dying in red base. Elects to go for this storm rifle. We know how powerful this can be. Right now, he's going to try to clear out his own base. As you can see, Snipe down, trying to be a distraction, but no, not even getting any damage down, immediately dropped.
Kills drawn up, 46 apiece for both of these teams. Camo in the hands of Snakebite. Tell you what, guys, let's listen to the communication and how the thoughts of the Optic members are doing. Let's dive on into an Astro listening.
Alright, dead. Another one. He had his face on the card. Top card, Mikwin. I'm looking top card. Got me, top card. I got pull. Yep. Weak top mid. He's on bottom mid. 2 from the base. I'm staying up. I'm going back to our flag. Anybody watch OE? So's on under. One's our. I got flagged our Eli, guys. One's our car. Take kill, bro. Your flag. Bottom mid, top mid. TJ, slay. Another RP act, TJ. RP act. Absolutely running. 2 1 hits. 2 weak Eli. 2 1 hits. Nice. Alright, you got touch. No, she'll be 30. I got touch. Nice shots. Another one on it. 3 died. Duke, absolutely. Just Duke on it. Okay, yeah, just sit on it. We can get it. Nice. Alright, ready to get this. One turn card. Yeah, you're good. Yo, push up pink right away. I'm gonna fly up. Alright, guys, there's gotta be 2 though. Let's go. Keep this up. sword down. TJ, I'm gonna TJ, I'm nading. Yeah. TJ, I'm nading again. We can take 2 one-shots. I'm gonna push them. I'm pushing. They're carding. They're P-Street. Another one, they're P-Street. They're carding. Make one. Going time, guys. Keep P-Street, guys. Let's try to keep P-Street. They're P-Street. One P-Street. They're P-Street. They're carding still. Make one. Yeah. I'm nading. I'm gonna die. There's tunnel. TJ, tunnel on you. I'm blocking their bubble, guys. No shield storm. TJ, they're gonna spawn their flag. Get to their TJ, sit there. They're flag. The PF can we're dying. I'm shutting Eli and their bubble.
And finally, we see a cap coming out of one of the teams, and it is, of course, Optic Gaming. They are now just 3 minutes and 24 seconds away from being your 2017 Halo World Champions. Frosty looking to seal the deal. Royal 2 comes in. You see the assist down with a little golden arrow. One player up in the E line. All of a sudden, look at that, Royal 2. He is hungry for more, dives inside the base, and it's just slay, slay, slay. I mean, with 3 minutes remaining, Kyle, what's the play? Do you just keep the pressure applied? Do you keep slaying, or do you desperate these flags?
I kind of would like to see Envy push across the map here at this point. We're running down low on time. Lethal's got the sword and camo below the base. Finally gets taken out here. But I think I would have gone maybe for a flag standoff in that scenario here. You can see when 2 members are below your base, there might be a good opportunity to get the flag, running out Carbine side, and try to put the pressure back onto Optic.
Lethal going to take a one-on-one battle as a player does come in from P side, tags him up, so he's forced to move back. Will drop to car 1, looking for another player as he just catches Hook off the bottom of the screen. Hook goes flying through the air. But we see Snapdown coming in with the assist. Nice cluster look nade from Frosty, though. We saw him do it yesterday, make that a triple kill. 3 members of Envyus, they will go down. Last man standing is Mikwin. He picks up a double, thankfully. So standing his ground here, Kyle, at least. Fair enough, unfortunately, all his teammates did die, but it has allowed them to stop Optic getting yet another pull.
Yeah, there's so much action happening here below the bases this game. You can see both teams have a clear strategy in place to lock down from below the base and constantly be distractions.
Oh! The disrespect! Shooting the Envyus skin. Frosty, 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 please.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Someone shoot a gun skin.
Yeah.
It's a new one on me. As we see now, 140 remaining on the clock. Royal 2, carbine in hand, scoping down. Snakebite knows he's got a person below him as he just creeps around. Will drop P2. One player drops up. He's got support from Lethal on the right-hand side. Push, push, push. I've got a sword, bro. Come around the corner. You're going to lose your face. As he just sits back for a second. All I need to do really is just keep this one down. He does advance a little bit more, overextends more than what I would like to, but he somehow made it into the base of Envyus.
Yeah, I don't know how this guy is alive right now. He's doing an amazing job avoiding those shots and staying alive, being a distraction. These guys cannot forget about him. Looks like they have not, but you're so quick with this sword. He's still able to throw it out and escape, essentially. Now, they're finally going for that counter pull like we saw here. This is going to be the real story. What happens in this fight? Snakebite trying to escape. You've also got Snipdown here on the other side of the spectrum with the camo still over in Optic Gaming's base. You can see Pistola grabs himself a kill. Oh, and Snipdown once again getting taken out. He has not been able to catch Optic Gaming off surprise at all.
So we're moving into the last 30 seconds of what could be the 2017 Grand Finals. Snakebite and Co, they're going to get the return on that flag. And now it's just turtle back and be defensive. The time is ticking away. The desperation may show in Team Envyus, but look at this, Kyle. They have just completely set up. Unless Envyus can get a pull now, that's going to be it.
Yeah, and Hook tried to run into the base, but there's a player hiding. P3, of course, none other than Frosty grabbing himself a kill. The flag has not been pulled. Sim, we are taking a look at the end of this game. Mikwin recognizing that this one's over.
2, 1. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Optic Gaming are your 2017 Halo World Champions. Back to back, Kyle, they have done it. $500,000 and another trophy for the Optic Gaming cabinet.
Yeah, and that was definitely nothing like fall finals that we saw where Envyus was able to send it into a continuation and win 2 back-to-back best of 7s. This was Envyus not being able to grab their footing and Optic Gaming running away with the entire tournament.
3 days of precious blood, sweat, and metal have been shed. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for your 2017 champions, Optic Gaming!
Thank you very much, gentlemen. After 3 days of some phenomenal matches, Some excellent performances, both as teams and individuals. Once again, your defending champions, Optic Gaming. Congratulations, gentlemen. Snakebite, I want to start with you. You're the best, again. What does this mean for you and your team?
It means everything. Worlds is a whole nother level that we try to bring ourselves to when it comes to practicing, preparation, everything. We have to give huge credit to Envy. They made an absolute amazing run to win this. And last time we were in the studio, we kind of blew a finals lead. So to win here again against this team just feels like a good win.
Let's talk about that Stronghold matchup when you guys had the triple running for so long. What was the strategy? What was the communication that allowed you to hold all three of those Strongholds for so long?
I have to give credit to Royal One. He got us camo, railgun, scatter. We just kind of started rolling with it. We were down 40. The second we got 2, we knew that we can get a 3 and bring it back. All the credit to him, being able to get those camos, those railguns, and then the communication. We're pretty calm, but the second that they hop it and we know that we could stop them, it's just an all-out push.
All right, gentlemen, we saw a little bit of some fun banter in the game, especially from Frosty. But we saw excellent manners throughout the entire weekend, throughout the entire series. Final words, what would you like to say to all your fans and to every fan of Halo around the world?
Thank you for watching. Everybody that came out, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Absolutely love you guys. The green wall, this one is for you. Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for your Halo World Champions, Optic Gaming.
There they are, your 2017 Halo World Champions, Optic Gaming. What an excellent performance from them. Clearly the best Halo team in the world. Absolutely phenomenal show of high competition level in Halo. They won the World Championships last year, and they win it again this year in style, smooth, somewhat effortless in a sense, cruising through that winner bracket. And now hoisting that championship trophy and walking away with $500,000. What a story, what a weekend here in Burbank, California, the ESL studios. I'm Axel Toss back at the Xfinity desk, and I am absolutely floored. Optic Gaming coming in as the favorites in this tournament, cruising through that winner bracket, and they are your 2017 Halo World Champions. And Envyus, they played amazing, but they get second place after having a phenomenal run through the lower bracket. And again, I am at the Xfinity desk, joined by a couple of my friends here. I got Tom and Dave. Gentlemen, Optic Gaming coming
We're
to the
first name basis now.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about
I think
that.
we do that.
Alex.
You know
It's
what?
great to,
at
we
this
finally
point,
broken that barrier.
watching history, we got to get to that point. But what an amazing tournament, what an amazing weekend, and what an amazing show by Optic Gaming. We were talking about Envyus making an amazing run through that lower bracket. We're like, can they repeat history? Can they come back and do what they did at the HCS Pro League Finals at the end of last year? And the answer is, well, no. Optic is like, you know what? We've been here before. We heard Snakebite say on stage that, this happened before, but this time able to close it out and win.
Yeah, I mean, after that happens, you put yourself in such a strong position to win the tournament. They actually closed out this time. They were not going to let off that gas pedal compared to fall finals. And one thing that's most surprising to me this tournament is clearly the level of Halo has continued to rise over this past year. And we thought that gap has closed with Optic, but it seems like Optic has just kept stride with everyone else. They have not given up or gotten content with where they're at.
Right. Well, you heard one of the things, Dave, is Snakebite said our preparation changes for the Halo World Championships. We get more intense, we grind even harder, and the only way that you're gonna be able to catch up to Optic Gaming is you have to outwork them. That's the problem that a lot of the teams think here, is that they're just gonna go here and play 13 games every single night, just like Optic Gaming is going to do, and they're going to somehow magically get better. Well, guess what, guys? It's not going to happen. If you want to beat Optic Gaming, you're going to have to play 2, 3 series. You're going to have to set up a LAN. You're going to have to go over theater. You're going to have to reevaluate the way that you play because no one is catching up to them. 4-0, yeah, a couple of the games are close. No one's going to remember that. They're just going to remember that Optic Gaming, I think, only dropped 2 games this entire tournament.
Solidifying themselves as the top team in Halo. Absolutely phenomenal performance from Optic Gaming. We got some more insight to throw your way. We're going to go back to our commentators from that last match, Sims and Elamite.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Yes, indeed, Kyle. We've got a world champion, and it's in the form of Optic Gaming back to back. Now, that is a very scary roster. Certainly one that was, when you look at back when we watched them perform at the fall season finals, that was a totally different Optic Gaming. That was both an angry but super hyper-aggressive Optic Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, Optic Gaming, while we've seen all the other teams improve, this is not the same Optic Gaming that we saw at the last World Championships, especially not the one we saw at the Fall Finals. This is clearly a team that is, or just has established themselves as the only Tier 1 team that we have right now, you know, dropping a game, 1 game to Supremacy, 1 game to Liquid, and then just dominating Envy in the Grand Finals for a $300,000 prize differential between that first and second spot. And I thought we were going to see a continuation and another best of 7, but that was the exact opposite. That was just, I'm in shock by how convincing they made those comebacks in each game. Envy is starting out each individual game in the lead, up to the 50, halfway mark. Once you hit that 50%, it was just game over for Envy each and every game.
Pretty much. But just before we do send it for an interview, I want to thank you guys at home for tuning in. Doesn't matter where you've watched, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Beam, live here in person, outside in the viewing tent. You guys are the real deal. We're a brotherhood here in Halo. We look after each other. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's an absolute pleasure. Shout out to the community, content creators, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're streaming on Twitch, Reddit, Halo Waypoint, Team Beyond. We're a team. We work together. We get this done. Thank you so much also to all the staff that have been working here, all the people in the back on production that you guys don't see at home that pretty much put blood, sweat, and tears in to make this thing happen. So thank you so much. Thank you from myself. Thank you from Kyle. For now, though, we're going to get a little cheeky interview with Mr. Royal One, the man in the communication behind Optic Gaming. Over to you, Josh.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. I'm joined by Royal One at the Xfinity branding wall. Congratulations, sir, on such a phenomenal victory. You guys are the world champions once again. How proud of you are your team right now?
I'm so proud of my team. We've been working so hard. I would 100% say harder than any other team on the circuit right now. We've been practicing every day for the past 2 months, grinding in and out, and it's really, really awesome to see that it paid off.
Now let's wind the clocks back before this event. What was your schedule like to train for this? What was the grind like to make sure that you guys are performing at your maximum potential, which is what we saw today?
So essentially, we scrim every single night. The only time we don't scrim is when teams won't scrim us. But other than that, we scrim every single day leading up to the tournament. Maybe I think we took 1 day off for like some family stuff. But yeah, we play every night. We're really constructive with our gameplay. I think that's one thing that sets us apart from other teams is we break down our games after every single game and we kind of immediately attack what our weaknesses are, and that's what makes us pretty strong.
What would you say were your weaknesses that you guys focused on leading up to this event, and in your own measured performance, were you able to overcome those obstacles?
I think our weakness would be our communication. Sometimes we have trouble slowing the game down. We'll be dominating in game and we just will go and not slow down. And it hurts us sometimes. You'll see in Slayer games, we'll have a lead and then we'll blow it kind of thing. And the communication is what fixes that. If we slow it down, focus on our small talk, focus on playing our game, we dominate everyone, as you just saw.
That's what we saw. You guys played your game. Let's talk about the off season. You're $500,000 richer. So what do you guys have in store after this event?
I got to go to work, but my teammates, they're going to be going, I think everybody's going home. 3 of the teammates, everyone besides my brother, is at the Optic house right now. So I think everyone's going to be kind of taking some family time, going home. We really, like, my teammates, they deserve a vacation. They've been working their butts off, so they deserve a lot of time off. They should get some rest.
What's the future for Halo and Optic Gaming?
Halo's growing, man. As you've seen this year, like, the open events have been amazing. We had one in Vegas and we had one in St. Louis, and the turnout was great. The crowd was outstanding. Halo's really on the come up right now, and I don't see it going down.
And finally, what would you like to say to all the supporters of the hashtag Green Wall of Optic Gaming?
Greenwall, I love you. Your guys' love on Twitter is nuts. I've never seen a fan base as strong as you guys, and I'm glad we could pull out a win for you.
Congratulations once again to you, Royal One, the coach of your Halo World Champions, Optic Gaming. Let's go to the Xfinity desk with Alex and the champion players.
Thank you, Josh Gray. Axel Toss here at the Xfinity desk, and I'm very pleased to be joined by your 2017 Halo World Champions, Optic Gaming. Gentlemen, I got to hear your thoughts on that first, because hearing yourselves as the Halo World Champions, I know you heard it last year in 2016, and I know that you've been working as hard as you have been for this particular moment. So if we could go down the line here, starting with you, Snakebite, just your thoughts on the path, getting to this point and coming out on top here at the World Championships in 2017.
It feels awesome, man. You know, we lost fall finals. We kind of blew it, but honestly, the loss kind of helped us. Kind of like when we lost at X Games. It feels like a loss was kind of needed to set us back to reality. And, you know, when Worlds comes around, everybody knows every team is going to be top-notch. You got to be putting in a lot of work. It felt like having the 2 open events in between, it got us really on the same page. It just felt like we were playing really good Halo, which is what we love to do.
Down the line here, Frosty. Same question to you.
What was the question again?
The path towards...
I didn't think I was getting interviewed.
Oh, no, you're good, dude. The path towards this event for you, as far as how hard you've worked and what the championship victory means to you.
Well, I mean, I'd be disappointed if we didn't come out on top, considering all the amount of time we've put in, just playing every single day.
All right. Onward.
Same thing, honestly, like our work ethic. Like, I love playing with our team. Practicing online is so fun. We just, we never take days off, so it means so much for us to put all this work in, and like Royal One said, it's paying off, or it has paid off, and I just love playing with this team.
Lethal.
I mean, last year when I joined this team right before roster lock, we lost X Games, and I said we made this roster to win Worlds, and I definitely meant that plural. More than one Worlds. People didn't think I had this planned, but yeah, definitely made this team to win more than one World. So we didn't fail that goal, but it means a lot. I've been at the Optic House the past few months. Just playing from there, putting in basically 90% of my time into practicing and preparing. If I'm not, going to get some food or doing a random stream, I'm just on preparing for this. So the fact that we didn't fail just like last year feels good. Not the fact that we won, but the fact that we didn't fail.
Now, I want another open question here as far as your team dynamic. You guys have been together for a long time now. I want to hear a story or something about your team dynamic, maybe within the house, getting to this point. How have you guys been motivating each other, and how has the team dynamic been over the past year leading up to this point? And anyone, feel free to jump in here.
Well, we always tell each other we're all bad, so you don't want to get cocky, so you just lower everyone's standards.
Yeah.
So I'll say TJ.
You guys are bad.
Okay, that's a little too far.
But I don't know. For me, it's just babying him. Because if you don't keep him happy, it's all downhill. So
yeah, if I'm hungry, it's not a good sight.
He's not himself when he's hungry.
Is there someone who does most of the cooking in the house? I mean, come on.
We don't
favorite foods?
No, we don't have time to learn that. We just play Halo.
Okay. No, I mean, that makes sense, especially since you got to this point and you just won the World Championship. I do want to talk about, the feeling on stage. We are in the Burbank studio, the ESL studios here in Burbank. HCS Pro League Finals last year. Similar circumstances leading into the finals where you're going up against Envyus. They're coming from the lower bracket. Can you talk about your mentality coming into that match? Was it like, all right, whatever, that was last year, it doesn't matter, we're just going to win? Or was there a little bit of nerves involved there, knowing that's the same kind of circumstance that happened at the end of last year?
I wouldn't really call it nerves at all. If anything, we were excited to play them. Honestly, to be able to, we say we don't care who we play. I think we really do believe that. Every team is a team in the way of what you're trying to accomplish. But to be able to come back here to beat Envy, just kind of solidify being the #1 team. People talk about matchups and everything a lot, about them matching up better with us. To come out and to 4-0 them, I wouldn't say we were nervous to play them or anything, but definitely the second we saw we were playing them, it was like, all right, this is how it's supposed to go.
Now, coming into this weekend, obviously y'all focusing 100% on this. You've won. You're the world champions. Congratulations. Now moving forward. Anything in store for you guys? Tell me a little bit about your personal plans from here going into the future. Anyone can feel free to jump in here.
Well, I'm going back to the Optic house, getting my stuff, and then I'm going back to Michigan, where I'm from. So I'm excited to see my dog. A little bit excited to see my parents, not as much as my dog, but they know where they stand on that list. Other than that, I bet in about 7 to 8 days we'll probably be back online playing. So we're not very exciting people.
Get ready for practice.
Yeah. We don't know the exact dates of Pro League, but Pro League will be coming up soon. So probably a week or so off, just hang out with family, hang out with friends, and then just right back to practicing.
There's also a big difference between playing and preparing for the World Championship and just, having the relief of just like, it's not that important, little less stressful.
I would like to just continue playing video games too. That sounds good to me. Very big stage here, guys. World champions. I want to give you the chance, again, down the line, each of you, to say any thoughts, any words for your fans, for your family. The floor is yours. We can start with you, Stinkbite.
Thank you to the Halo community for supporting the game. Obviously, everybody who came out, like I mentioned earlier, the Green Wall, we appreciate you guys so much. Losing here last time definitely hurt. We're really, really happy we were able to come over here and get a win for the Green Wall. And big shout out to my parents, family, everybody, friends. Thank you for being so supportive. I owe everything to them.
Shout out to the Green Wall and everyone watching. Appreciate all the support, and I'm glad we can get a win for the Green Wall.
Shout out to the Green Wall, family, friends, family especially. They always support me. I know they're probably watching right now. They love what I do, and I really appreciate it. Just shout out to all the Halo fans that came out. Everyone supporting. It was amazing.
Big shout out to my parents and my grandparents and probably my aunt and uncle and my sister, who are back home having probably another viewing party like they do for most tournaments. My mom always wants to come to tournaments, but I don't let her, but the live spectators will thank me for that. You guys don't know how she is, but she get a little crazy. You guys are welcome for that. Shout out to Optic, all the Optic fans, everyone on Twitter. Thanks for voting for me in those polls. And to Hex for, believing that we actually can, or we could win Worlds and, bring what he wanted from us. So shout out to him for picking us up.
All right, well, guys, absolutely amazing. Congratulations. Such an inspirational team. Congratulations on being the Halo World Champions of 2017. That's going to wrap it up for this event. Congrats to Optic Gaming once again from the Xfinity desk. I'm Axel Toss. On behalf of everyone here in front of and behind the scenes, thank you so much for watching, and continue looking out for the top Halo competition in the world. Your world champions, Optic Gaming, proving they are the best team in Halo. Who's going to be the best team next? Well, Optic reigns supreme on top. What challengers will come forward? Stay tuned to the Halo competitive scene as esports goes into the future.